Aboriginal. Phoenix Moon is the illest. She's Aboriginal. Phoenix Moon is Aboriginal. Phoenix Moon is the illest. She's Aboriginal. Phoenix Moon is live from the East Coast. She like a lead dog, representing Aboriginals to the fullest. Now she pulls it. She's the background checker, giving you the to America, not Native American, better sweater. Pull out the Civil Rights Act and start embarrassing. You fuck the sleep Constitution read. He's breaking down 3 things. Hood genealogists who don't charge a fee. No EVDs like Pan-Africans who start rambling when Phoenix be asking them. 7th grade granddaddy thing was what? Nah, you gon' teach us about King Tut. Nah, honey, boo-boo. DNA, your movie related to Shaka Zulu. Show us a paper trail. Lies they tell. Like lies came from Africa. We was all slaves. The white man captured us. What you like back in the historical record of? We the originals of America. We the indigenous to America. We Aboriginal. Phoenix Moon is the illest. She's Aboriginal. Phoenix Moon is the illest. Phoenix Moon is the illest. She's Aboriginal. Phoenix Moon is the illest. The illest. The illest. The illest.
Halido. Grand Rising. What's happening, beloved ones? What's good with everybody? What's up, Netcha? How you doing, good brother? Hope everything is healthy. SB, peace, beloved. LB, what up, good brother? Kim Folks, what up, baby? Hi, cousin Davita. So, you know, these little pan flies, and I just dropped them the link. These niggas death. So, what didn't happen when I woke up? Because I woke up at about 5 o'clock. So when I finally get to the social media and shit like that, I see these niggas done stole grandpa, one of my grandchildren, right? And got a whole write-up on some fucking body else. Some whole fucking, I don't even know who this guy is. Not my fucking grandfather, but this is how the lengths that these fucking pan-flies and these natives, they are grasping for fucking straws. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. This how thirsty and desperate that they are. So now, you know, now he realized he fucked up. Y'all got to see this shit. Let me do a little screen share. Only Instagram, you can look at it from the computer, but you can't really interact. So they did this whole, and I'm about to drop the link in there. Let me see 1 second. Let me drop the link. This shit was hilarious. And now they scared. I invited him to the live, you know, talking whatever. And I'm like, yo, just come debate me. You can kill all this noise. If all of us is so fake and all this other shit, come and kill the noise, right? They really just be going in on Dane Calloway. And I really don't care for that. But that's what they do. But what they do is they take the teachings that other people have and kind of, we had to separate American Indian from Aboriginal. Just for this reason, because you have all of these Moorish science niggas, half Hebrews and Shebrew, Israelites. You have all of these different factions coming into the American Indian community, and they basically polluted it. And they tried to saturate that with a whole bunch of foreign ideologies and shit. And that's the shit that's going to get the Indians fucked up. Another thing, the last thing niggas need to do is think that being Indian is going to stop you from going to jail. It's not. It's not going to stop you from getting locked up. It's not going to stop anything, especially if you are guilty of a fucking crime. The purpose of that is for you to be able to identify yourself and invoke your rights as an American Indian. But don't go thinking you're going to use being Indian like the Moors think that they can abuse the law and they above the law and all this other shit, because that's not true. Not fucking true. It's not what's going to happen. I need to make that clear to y'all. See, what happens is when you know your rights and you know the law, they are so used to violating your rights in the process of trying to get a book, trying to get an arrest, right? And you can catch them out there because they have crossed over the line. It's allowable for them to cross, right? Still don't negate the fact that there may be some culpability in whatever it is that they're saying that you did. Still don't negate the fact. Indian ain't going to be your way out. It's not going to be your way out. Please understand that. And don't think that if that's what you're around for, you need right? You need to be proactive. Don't wait. If you know you're Indian, you have your proof, you should probably be proactive. Don't wait. What the fuck you gonna do? Your shit should already be in motion. You should have, like, that shit gonna do something. It's not gonna do nothing, right? Things that I've been hearing. I ain't gonna say too much about that Jacob Blake thing. That shit was fucked up. His kids ain't never gonna recover, right? And this is the thing. Now, he got some pedophile action or some deviance going on that he's being charged with. Doesn't mean that he's guilty, right? Just means that he's been convicted. We know plenty of motherfuckers that are been convicted and they're not guilty of anything. I don't really know this particular brother, but that do not give no cops no reason to shoot that man in the back the way they fucking did. Like, let's just keep it real. From a justice standpoint, a legal standpoint, none of that shit will hold up in any court. Personal emotional feelings and attachments and shit like that have no place in the law. So if that's what you're dealing with, it's never going to be meted out properly because you don't know how to distribute it. And therefore, that means you don't know how to receive it either. If you can't give justice, you cannot get it. And when you do get it, it'll be by happenstance or, just maybe perhaps the universe worked out for your ass in that way. But cosmically, karma-wise, that shit gonna come back. That shit gonna come. You hear the cries of these people talking about how they want equality to who they say is the biggest devil on the planet. Why would you? Wicked. I want to know how much sense that make. So that means that there's another class of people that these motherfuckers that want equality, they want to oppress people the same way the white in them do. That's a fact. That's a fact. You got people that want to be powerful and they are powerless. And they're powerless because they're not qualified to lead in certain lanes that they insert themselves in. Right? So now you have everybody becomes a politician around election time and they got all these superficial reasons and shit. And they will tell a Negro, don't vote, don't vote, don't vote, don't vote. And you want to know what? The Negro not voting is what has crippled niggas. Now, we've been able to get to the bottom of how they've been stealing the votes and making them count against us instead of for us. So now that we are on top of how they was using the census and the lack of people of color participating in the census, this is how they were able to make these electoral decisions without you. Right? So now that you know that, what is it that you're going to do differently? Are you this one out and let other people decide? And in the next 4 years, you think you're going to complain and we just got to see this shit on the timeline every motherfucking day? A crying ass nigga that ain't going. Right? I can't make decisions for everybody. I can't do that. That's not my job. Not my job. Self-governing starts with self. Self-identifying starts with self. That's not something that I can help you with. I'm not going to do the work for you. I got my own work and it's selfish of y'all. Some of y'all call me at 11 o'clock at night, right? You know the business hours. You go to the website, get the phone number, you call the phone number, but clearly where you find the number is the same place where you find the business hours, right? So people are really rude and disrespectful. And then when you get mad because I don't respond or I don't have time to respond or I'll forget or whatever, call me during the time where you know you're going to get to me and you'll be able to connect. But when people call you and they just say, hey, my third grade, I don't even know who these people are, right? And it's kind of weird. Like, at least introduce yourself formally before you start thinking I'm going to work for free. That's not right. That's not right. This is why I never came around acting like I was perfect and all of that. I don't gotta switch my shit up because if I talk about, something that you shouldn't be doing, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I said, hey, if I tell you, hey, this shit is bad for you, I don't get the right to turn around and secretly hide behind a computer and do the exact same thing that they shouldn't be doing. I ain't that kind of person. What's good for me is good for you. Right? So at the end of the day, I'm suggesting people try and, redesign how you doing with this American Indian shit with a lot of people mind in a way that's not really conducive to the overall well-being of the people. Right? So you scrap with these Pan-Africans and shit like that. You scrap with them or whatever. You know, that's how you keep your sword sharp. But don't fucking run when the Pan come and want to ask you some motherfucking questions. These niggas on the internet ain't that important. That's a fact. They not that for you to just, you know, really be going all the way out there and all that. Like, it's beyond that shit. We done bust their ass so bad, they don't have nothing else to stand on now. And they're running out of oxygen. And it's sad because they are now proven to be against everybody. The Pan-Africans are not for Africans. As they steal from Africans to give you somebody's African grandmother that has no relation to you, but to tell you you're not Indian, they have to tell you that you're African. But they can't prove that you're African any more than you can prove that you're African. And then, here's the most ridiculous part. These bitches can't prove that they're fucking African neither. How about that? How about that? So, you know, I see John Blackhawk, and that's fine, but there's no benefits. There's a lot of benefits that you will not be able to have as a result of that. And that's fine. It's all a personal choice. But as far as people with the anti-government and shit like that, you think that there's supposed to be a lawless land? Niggas let with crimes every day, all day, and want to see white people persecuted to the highest high, right? So there's some bias there. So therefore, it's not righteous. It's not righteous. It's not righteous. So when you think that you are going to get over, you're not. You should be stopped by the universe. We cut enough corners already. It's time to walk these dogs. Niggas been letting them shit in the take these puppies for a motherfucking stroll. Do it with some dalliance. I don't know where, you know, I don't know where a lot of this lame shit came from, but it needs to go back. It needs to go back because the shit ain't healthy generally overall. Not in this to do better for you and your family. Why are you here? Why are you here? I ain't saying you ain't got to be here. I'm asking you why. So, you know, that's pretty much what it is. That shit is, it's like really no air, no oxygen. And that's just gonna be, we need more exposure on that. Because as they so busy trying to tell us who we are, they cannot tell you who they are. What's up with that shit? What's the big secret? You want to tell somebody how fucking African they are, but they can't tell you how African they is. Ain't that some bullshit? Hey, Naughty. What's up, SB? Star Child, how you doing, beloved? Hey, Cousin Liz. What's happening, baby? You know? So that's really the problem. And they also, I'm going to tell y'all, they're going to be coming even harder. What's up, Celestine? Hi, baby? They're going to come even harder now because the DNA argument, ooh wee, that shit about to be, that jig about to be all the way up too. So they have nothing to stand on. And I'm going to tell you, you don't even got to go too hard with these niggas. All you got to do is stick to grandma. You will not lose. That's for everybody in the world. That ain't just for Indians. Stick to grandma and grandpa and can't nobody fuck you up. Facts. Facts checked on that. Facts checked on that. So our historic foundation, this old waffle colored ass, I seen in a long goddamn time, almost about as light as SETI, right? And that nigga's a whole fucking Tuscarora. All this. I want me a big chief. Don't bring me no little chief. These niggas is crazy. So the more they try to get you to mask your Indian, to hide your motherfucking grandma, to accept some other shit, that shows you how sick they are. Them motherfuckers is just as any fucking the white man to. You better stop overlooking these skin folk that will fuck you up, fuck you over, do you dirty, and hand you over to the white. They'll hand you over to the white now. Speaking of the white, let me just show y'all this shit right here. This is for one of the biggest shit talking bitches. Biggest shit talking bitches. And when I have time, I'm going to come back and choke slam the fuck out these bitches because they really tried it. I just got a lot of shit going on right now. But I promise. Oh, I got the drop on these bitches. And I'm gonna give it to them because they really tried it. I'm gonna give it to them because that's what they was looking for. First of all, the moon was just minding their business. The root of the matter, and you see how motherfuckers give it up. I'm going to drag these bitches left and right. But let me just show y'all this bitch name. And she's sitting here talking all this crazy shit. Just show y'all this bitch and what this name means. Hilarious. These motherfuckers be hidden amongst the Indians trying to fucking blend in. Check this shit out. Hold on. Hiding amongst motherfuckers. Sitting there talking about how India, we indigenous. Check this shit out. This little shit talking bitch with the long ass neck. She looked like one of them ladies. I don't know what, there's some Asian people and there's also some continental African people, and the ladies, they put all these rings and stuff on their neck. And if they cheat on their husband or do something, they take their rings off the neck, and as they're getting these rings and they're going up in ranks or whatever, up the pecking order, they get more rings. And when they do something wrong, they take the rings off. So mind you, from the time they were probably 12 years old up until they're a grown woman, they get these necks and it elongates their necks, right? So when they lose the rings off their neck, they shit droop and they don't live very much longer after that, right? But it's like a badge of shame and shit. So, yeah, I'm just saying that to say when I start showing the pictures, when I come back to this bitch, when I come back, because I'm a dragger. And all I had to do was go and get the shit that they set out their own motherfucking mouth, right? Receipts out this bitch. And then I'm going to show how people gave these motherfucking fucktards a platform to come and destroy the American Indian. I'm going to make sure. Marcia Aya, AIA, right? Whole fucking Moorish Spanish name. Look at this shit. Whole fucking coat of arms and everything. Gonna be Indian so motherfucking bad and won't even respect her own shit. Careful with these motherfuckers that are abandoning their own history to come in themselves to yours that you didn't even fucking know about until you started tuning in, right? Until you started tuning in. So here's this shit with that. Gotta be careful. Start looking up what some of these screen names are. These motherfuckers shit with Moorish shit and Hebrew shit and this and that. Motherfucker, you get in my building. How about you respect your grandma? Right? Respect your motherfucking grandma. Another thing, when they create these pages, what is it that they have to hide? They hide all their family. They hide every fucking thing, and they be sitting here talking this shit, but don't got not one motherfucker in their corner? Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But these women talked cash money shit for months and months and months and months and months. And then they trying to start an indigenous alliance. See, I know they mad at me because I fucked up their money. And all I did was just not want to be a part of the bullshit that they was trying to include me in, offering me chiefhood and chieftain other shit. You niggas tried to sell me chief in a box and all this other shit, right? Then these bitches started talking about genealogy like that shit don't count. Bitch was on Ab Power TV, one of them Ab TV or Ab Power shit, talking about some fucking genealogy, some fake genealogy. But then, so ago, the bitch told on herself and said, I want to start an indigenous alliance because indigenous people should not leave other indigenous. What the fuck kind of shit is that? If you indigenous, how you getting left behind? Because y'all niggas ain't who y'all say y'all is, right? The bitch said something about having a paper laminated, how when she took her grandma Indian paperwork, down to whatever county office. The lady told her she's it. Bitch, you a liar. You can't laminate no goddamn government documents. Lies, lies. And they told on themselves as they sat there and tried to come at me and Cuzzo, right? Yeah, they tried it. They tried it. They fucking tried it. I'm gonna save that for another one because I got some spicy fucking meatballs to drop on these bitches, and I'm pretty sure that they're not gonna be talking too much when I'm done with them. Sometimes you just gotta bide your motherfucking time. Everything, you know, ain't for every time. There's a time and a place for everything. And as soon as we're done with Texas, you best believe there's some clapback that I got. And I got a right to do it. Nobody gets to tell me how mad I am. Nobody gets to tell me how long I get to be mad at motherfuckers that took shots. Even though they missed, the point is, I was an unnecessary target. I was an unnecessary target. And that was, it just showed a lot. We've been able to see a lot. You got the other dude that's whitening Michael. He's lightening up. Nigga was a whole shade, a couple shades lighter than me. And now this nigga is pasty mayo colored. Oh, we gonna get to it all. We're gonna get to it all. We're gonna get to it all. We're gonna get to the. They could say my name all they want. Talk shit all they want. But the truth of the matter is, the truth don't need no legs to walk, no knees to crawl. No knees to crawl, right? And when it's time for me to have fun, y'all best believe I'm going to have my motherfucking fun, right? Because people had a lot of time to really think about some of the shit they did. And I know 5 years from now, they're not going to be proud of the shit that they did, right? Shit. 5 weeks from now, they're not going to be proud of the shit they did 5 months ago. I'm gonna tell you that. Facts, Kim folks. You ain't never lied. Macadon, what's up, baby? How you doing? Hey, Jim Hawk. You ain't never lied. Yeah, no, Red Maria. No Hebrews here. No Hebrews here, honey. This ain't the channel for that. I do know the truth that the Bible does hold, but not in the not in a dogmatic way. And that shit goes out the window if you can't function in real life, real time, because you have to rely on super shit that ain't no guarantee. You got to be practical. If you can't make it practical, it ain't gonna make a lot of sense, and it ain't gonna, you know, keep you fucked up. It's not gonna keep you from being fucked up. All that shit is crazy, and it's a matter of control, right? Matter of being feel dominant, because as it stands, I see a lot of them, and you know, it's just a certain behavior that a lot of them have that I've noticed. I had whole 8 months of studying, you know, as a Hebrew or whatever. I'm glad I never went to none of them camps. I never went down. I never tried to get next to nobody. Even on the internet, motherfuckers, marriage proposals and all types of shit. That shit was very weird. Bitches will offer up their daughter for. I ain't with that. It's too much stuff that come with that shit that is not it's not conducive to the well-being of anybody. But the shit that needs to be applied don't get applied. If a motherfucker all into the Bible and you don't know how to talk to judges and police, you ain't reading that Bible right. If you don't understand civics and politics, you ain't reading that Bible right. If you don't participate in the census and keeping track of your family, you ain't reading that shit right. So that shit takes away from a lot of it. The discipline, you know, giving up certain things and shit like that, all that shit is cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And sometimes those religions save people from other things in other ways. I'm all for that. That's fine. Everybody go through their phases, their changes and shit like that. But you cannot rely on an entity that was created by your oppressors, right? As far as you know, and try and use that to wait for some shit to change. When that same book tells you not to trust in oppression. Tells you don't trust in the people do. They do trust in oppression. They still crying. That Black Lives Matter shit, if you still feel like them people is about something, your mind. Check out your mind. Maybe it ain't everybody else, and maybe it is you. You got the white boy that went up there. And my is an open carry state. You know, it doesn't require any licensure or anything like that. You turn 18, you got ID, you can walk around with AKs out in the broad daylight, open, no hiding. You can ride around in your car with the piece and nothing. As long as you ain't breaking the law, nothing should happen to you. But at this point where shit is happening to people of color, I need to know what the fuck y'all gonna do? What magical candidate, what mystical deity are you gonna dream up to fix your shit? I want to know. Jesus been late for a long motherfucking time. That nigga ain't showed up to nothing, right? Ain't showed up to shit. Hey, Powhatan man, nah, baby, I brushed my teeth. Ain't no halitosis. Hi, Toya, how you doing? You know. But yeah, that damn auto spell halitosis, Powhatan. Oh man. But you know, again, this ain't for them. This was for them paying fires. I done dropped this link 1,000 times and them bitches ran. You know, they ran, which is whack. Whack as fuck. They ran. I dropped it right on the thing and I waited to make sure that he was still responding and act like you ain't see it, right? He wanted to marry you when you were 16 years old. That's too long. That's too young. That's too young nowadays. See, it was different before, back in the days when our parents was getting married at, or grandparents and stuff was getting married at 15 and 16 because they had multi-generational households, right? So when the son married into the family, he worked for that woman's father's industry, whatever their industry was, right? So wherever their industry was. And that shit don't happen no more. How many households do you see grandma and grandpa, mom and dad, and all the kids in the house? You don't see that. You don't see that. Now bitches don't want to date a nigga that live with his mother or live with his grandmother, but they'll date a nigga that live with his wife though. Date a nigga that live with his wife. I had tons of questions, and speaking of that, of crazy ass women, you know, while all this shit was first popping off with Jacob, the first thing, Jacob Blake, the first thing I thought, and I think outside the box a little bit, the first thing that came to my mind the next day was, damn, I wonder how those two women feel. I wonder if the two women, what fight he went to break up, I wonder how those bitches feel. Is it still on site? Do they still want to kill each other? Because if that nigga didn't go break up that fight, he'd probably still be alive, huh? So while everybody's blaming white people do this and black people do that, talk about the dumb bitches that get niggas in the shit that they get them into. Because bitches do that. Yeah, they do. I want to know if it was that serious after this man got paralyzed, lost his goddamn and all that shit. I want to know if it was that real, them bitches should still be fighting with the police there, man shot down and everything. Bang, bang, bang. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Right. I wonder if they still feel the same way or if this made them friends. Huh. Yeah, I went for the least fact to really sit there and be like, how do them bitches feel? Because that shit stemmed from them. Shit stemmed from them. That shit was like the movie Falling Time. On outside. Remember how that shit kept passing through? That fucking frequency just kept passing through, right? That cop might have had a great morning and then gets up in this goddamn frequency, this vortex of fucked up energy, and he responds wrong. Now, ultimately, look at how wrong it was, but this type of shit. But all I could think about was them two bitches that was fighting. Not the cop that shot him, not the nigga that felt like, man, fuck this. Because he looked like he was non-aggressive. He's there, I'm walking away like, yo, he just had a look of disbelief. Like, oh, you got me fucked up. I done came out here and stopped these bitches from fighting. And now here come these motherfucking cops. They done smack me upside my head. I'm getting in the car with my kids. Fuck that. I'll address that warrant later. That's probably, you know, what the brother was. He had no aggression. But again, all I could think about was them two bitches that was fighting. Nobody wants to hold them accountable. I want to know if they still got beef. Huh? I want to know. Halito cousin, what's up, Tosh? Mad Squabbles, how you doing? I want to know if them women still got beef. It wouldn't be in vain. Nigga lost his fucking spleen. That's what he gets because he was a pedophile. Well, he was a pedophile according to you motherfuckers before he got shot. Nobody in the hood whipped it. To hold their own accountable, but the shit is just too uneven. It's too wobbly. It's not steady. It's not steady. I wouldn't give a fuck if that nigga raped 10 bitches. And it's absolutely true. That still didn't mean he had a right to die in that capacity at the hands of another officer. This is what I mean about knowing how justice and shit gets meted out. Facts. Facts. All I could think about was how them chicks is feeling. That's got to change the way they think about things. What's up, L. Austin? Ms. Zach, what up, beloved? Hey, Renzo. So I said this to say, I'm going to tell our men, man, these bitches start dragging y'all the wrong way and y'all trying to do right. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Start selecting better. Got to choose wiser. Niggas like a bitch with a big mouth. Oh, she always got something to say. And then later, oh, that bitch always got something to say. You loved her. The same shit a nigga love her for is the same shit he hate her for in the end. For the most part. That's a fact. Oh, she don't take no shit, son. Yo, this bitch always talking shit. And then it changes, right? Nigga loved her because she got a mouth on her. Nigga loved her for that. Well, listen, and I'm going to say this because I'm a warrior female, right? And I can't mess with no nigga that ain't no warrior. Can't mess with a nigga that ain't no warrior. You know, I can't. I realize that. That is my truth. And I ain't afraid to talk about it. But I can't be involved with somebody that is not for the same shit that I'm for. Against the same shit that I'm against. And most of all, nigga gotta be for me. I think it's imperative some of you sisters take a fucking step back. Nothing wrong with wanting to be loved, but goddamn, if that love comes in and intervenes with how you love your children, how you take care of your responsibilities, goddamn it. Don't want that. You don't need that. You don't need that. Got to do better. There's no way you could downgrade. You at a different point in your life. Now you know you Indian. You got a different type of study about yourself. There's some standards and shit involved with this shit. Who you breeding with? Do you know who it is that you breeding with? Because half the time, nigga, you knew your baby mama wasn't shit when you fucking stuck her the first time. Same thing with these chicks. I'm telling you, Judge Judy straightened my life out. I used to be going ham on my youngest daughter father. Clapping at the nigga any chance I got. And then one day, I heard some other bitch's trifling story about her trifling baby daddy. I went and grabbed mine back like, shit, that nigga, he just ain't a good boyfriend, but he a damn good father. Made me realize something. And Judge Judy got so tired of the lady talking about how no good this nigga was. She turned around. She said, hey, be quiet. You chose him. You chose him. Yo, that shit straightened my life out. That shit straightened my life out. And I looked at him a little different. And you want to know what I did? I let go of those harsh feelings. I let up. I didn't have to make him a man. He already was, right? But he still has some growing to do. And I was stopping him from growing, right? Some pretty fucked up expectations. They seemed reasonable, but they only seemed reasonable because they was for me, us, right? So I play some role in that shit too. And, you know, it's 15 years later, and I can at least say we friends now. We probably more friends now than we was before. And I said that to say about the decision making. Where do you put your boundaries up and shit? Because well, he's no longer my boyfriend anymore. So whatever type of piece of shit man, it didn't matter. But he's always gonna be my daughter's father. And with said, there has to be some sort of favor to him. Yes, I care about him. I care if he lives or dies. Yes, I care if he stay healthy. Do I care who he fucking with? Absolutely not. But at the same time, I realized the only way my daughter was going to be healthy is by us being healthy. Not just physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. Now we can respect each other's space. We can respect each other's growth. Co-parenting. Yeah, I hold myself accountable. I just don't stay beating myself up. Got to move on. It's the same way. And women don't want to admit that we've been fucked up by this perception of the husband, the 2.5 kids, and the dog, and the white picket fence, and all of these other European dreams, fantastic fucking, you know. Thing ain't for everybody. So now that fucking model fucks everybody up. And there's people that have completely untraditional shit going on, and they are the happiest motherfuckers ever. Respecting people's space, right? That's certainly a thing. Not realizing that you don't own nobody. That's important. Somebody that respects the fact that you trust them, and when you can be comfortable trusting back, or, you know, being trusted, these motherfuckers will tell you all day long, oh, I don't trust nobody. Motherfucker, that don't mean. Excuse me, which way is 42nd Street? That way. You just trusted that bitch with a direction. And you got 10 minutes to get where you going. That's trust. I don't trust nobody. Excuse me, I'm like on E. Where's the gas station? Well, if you go 4 blocks, about a quarter mile up this way, you trusted somebody. So all that shit is kind of skewed, and a lot of it is balled up in emotions that people do not want to deal with. People will not be honest about. People will. And then when you get a motherfucker that's honest, why you want to steal their truth from them? If you ain't going to let them finish what their truth is, why should they fucking trust you with their truth? It's hard to trust a motherfucker that won't let you fucking voice your shit. What are they trying to stop you from saying? Something that they don't want to hear? So they could tell you some shit you want to hear to make you forget your point of what it is that you was trying to convey? Man, listen. We got a long way to go. We ain't got all the answers, but we do have some. And with those some answers, there's a lot of shit that we can do because we didn't have no answers before. Now we got some shit to work with. Agreed, Lucius. Agreed. that shit. All that shit is important. All that shit is important. Communication is everything. Communication is everything. Got to be a mutual respect, mutual understandings. There's a lot of things with that duality that's totally necessary. But the thing about it is, if we don't fix these things among each other, how are these kids going to turn out watching nobody have solid relationships? Nobody. There ain't no more grandma and grandpas a whole bunch no more, right? So now all they see is single mothers or single fathers, because there's plenty of single fathers out there. I know. My cousin's one of them. I know. A lot of men are single fathers. They got struggles and shit. Can't compare them to no woman and shit, because they have an added responsibility of being able to be in things that mothers are genuinely in tune with, naturally in tune with. So shout out to all you single fathers that learn how to braid their baby girl's hair and take her to the store to CVS and get her first thing of maxi pads and teach her hygiene, right? Shout out to those men that don't give up and they can't go hang out with their boys because they need a babysitter, but they don't want to leave their baby with nobody. Yeah, they got the same struggles. Got to leave work, go to school, do this, that. They got the same struggles we got. Plus, they looked upon as if that's something that they should be doing, right? So they don't really get no credit. They don't get no credit. Don't nobody show them how to get Section 8 and how to get welfare. Don't nobody take the time to show these single fathers how to get the shit these bitches been getting and abusing for the most part. They don't do that. That shit ain't right. Gotta even up the motherfucking score, man. Even up the score. Whatever it is you feel like you want, you better be able to give it up and provide that same shit. I'm gonna tell you one time. When we were young, our friend's uncle told us, he said, listen, it's two types of ladies out here, and you might want to choose which one you want to be. Either you're lovable or you're fuckable. You might want to be lovable. Drunk uncle said that. We didn't really know what the fuck he was talking about. And 30-something years later, the shit makes sense now. Same thing. But I didn't realize. So later on in life, that should apply to men too. Nigga could be lovable or fuckable, but can you be both? Can you be both? You can't be the air that fans somebody flames when that motherfucker got a cup of water to throw your fire out. Mutual agreements. Mutual agreements. Barely heard your grandparents argue. Don't mean they didn't have none. Don't mean they didn't have any. Arguing in front of the kids and all this other crazy shit, making them have anxiety. All they used to hearing is yelling and shit. And then they grow older, and what they do? Yell, 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 yell. You know goddamn well, pretty much everybody in a little weird. Nothing. There's certain people that's always on 10. Always on 10. Those are people that have been deeply hurt and have never healed from their wounds. Never healed from their wounds. Because if all you hear is loud shit and violence, you can't enjoy the music, honey. Life has music. It has a beat to it. Don't always be your tempo, but it doesn't stop. Constant. Constant. It's time to be playing with these Pan-Africans, man. It's time for us to level up on a bunch of different levels, man. This is the I've been around the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit that you know that people have accomplished, and then there's ones that just been around, hanging around and shit, and ain't gonna do shit. Why are you here? Again, I ain't saying you can't be here, but please explain why. Answer for yourself, because you can't get the time back. Can't get the time back. I'll be cool with a lot of shit. I don't like a motherfucker playing with my food. I don't like people playing with my money. You definitely know, don't fuck with my family and loved ones. Those shits is out of the question. But now that I know better, you fuck with my time or my peace of mind, and I don't know. Shit ain't really gonna job well. Because the richest motherfucker cannot buy another minute of life. Have not been. Hold on one second. I'm gonna drop this in here for y'all in case anybody wanna come jump on. I'm fucking completely fuck my title up because this shit was dedicated to them and it just ended up going in some other shit. They scared anyway and won't bring their little stinking booties over here. Talk to all that shit, have you all tagged and stuff. And I'm gonna stop playing with these niggas. You know why? Because I got federally protected activities. No, I ain't in the drug game. I don't give a fuck about none of it. I can't be shadow boxing and playing around with these niggas on the internet. Niggas talk about killing my son, killing me off and all this other shit. And I don't got to deal with that. Those are fucking cyber crimes. You got to be kidding me. I ain't got all the time to be fucking reverse IP addressing niggas. You let these niggas do it. Let them handle it. That's their job. I don't give a fuck. First, let's just say that. But as far as this internet shit go, yeah, yo, there's a level to y'all trolling, and you cross the motherfucking line. All that shit documented. 5 years of trolling. Niggas done stole pictures of my grandma, all types of shit. Got my dad's sister up there. Like, there's no limit. There's nobody on the planet that can make me hate them so bad. I'm telling you, there's nobody. Nobody. And sometimes I'll be too dumb to not even engage. I really should ignore them. But you know what they do? They keep making new fucking accounts. New fucking accounts. And every other day it's a new tag. Mad at who our grandmothers are. They do it to a bunch of people. And yes, we did get one of them pages taken down. Oh, yes, we did. Oh, yes, we did. Oh, yes, we did. And the wise thing to do is just spin the fact that these fucking Pan-Africans ain't even African either. Where they come from, I don't know. Where they come from. Because they ain't doing shit to help no African people. They over here trying to make our lives miserable. Niggas don't see something wrong with that. They got whole fucking pages full of all of the American Indians / Aboriginals pictures. Can't debunk a lot of the information. Can't debunk the information, but they will sit there and just throw torts, you know. Halito, cuz, what's happening, beloved? You know what I'm saying? But that level of hate. And then, you know, I started tagging Homeland Security, tagging the FBI, because if they could stand by and witness this shit, then guess who else gonna get sued? Right? Now you seeing this shit going on right now. Real time. I tag Homeland Security. I tag the Department of Interior too. See what these fucking mestizos is doing. You check out your motherfucking Mongols. You better G-check them. Because these niggas is violating my civil rights. And I'm not with the shit. I'll drag them tooth and motherfucking nail. I do it to pilgrims that fuck with me and mine. I don't know what these niggas think I'll do to them when they do shit like that. I don't know what they think. I don't know what they think. I'm gonna make it motherfucking clear. Step across that fucking gun line, man. Step across that fucking gun line. Nobody gotta be dealing with no unprovoked attacks and shit. Me because you don't like who I associate my grandparents to be. Like, you can't make me unrelated to these fucking people. Why would you want to? How does my grandma, the Indian in me, hurt the African in y'all? How does it hurt? How does it hurt? How does the Indian in me hurt the Russian and somebody else, the German and somebody else, the Yugoslavian and somebody else? It don't. It don't. What it does prove is these skin folk ain't no fucking kinfolk. They're vagabonds. They're dacoits. Look up the word dacoits. Fucking thieves from Burma. Y'all know who the Lascars are? Know who the Lascars are? Let me show y'all a little something. Hold on. Introduce y'all to these other types of Moors. These ain't your European Moors, but they are Moors nonetheless. These are your navigators. These are also your navigators. These are seamen. Hold on one second. Let me pull this up so y'all get a gander. I use these words on purpose. Dacoits, vagabond. I use those words. They know. The average motherfucker that come listening to me may not know what it is, but when I call them that, they have to go look it up. And when they look it up, figured it out. Right. 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 Hold on one second. Here go these niggas. Lascars. These are the Lascars. Let me zoom in on their picture so you can see the other types of Moors. Hold on. I want y'all to see. Get a minute, check these motherfuckers out. Look up the history on the Lascars and see who their involvements with. These Hindus were also in Europe. They were also in Europe. Fighting to be called free white people. These are your Caucasians. These are your Caucasians. These guys. These are not. These are your Asiatic black mans. Huh? These are the people that were in your trans-Pacific slave trade. In Malay, Chinese, Japanese crewmen were covered by the Portuguese definition. These are the people that were on your Manila galleons. Manila galleons. Them guys. Right? And then there's some that look Negroid than these men do. So, everybody ain't who they say they is, man. And what they don't understand with this genealogy shit is that everybody in the world is assigned certain, and those families are attached to tribes, and those tribes are attached to clans and nations and so on and so forth, and they make up a race of people. They make up a race of people. So check out how they try to give you all these other foreign assignments, but don't really know what your composition is truly made of. They just don't know. They can't even name their fourth great grandfather, but they find comfort in thinking that they can shame you. Now they trying to say that people didn't have pictures and da-da-da-da-da and all this other shit. Like, if they don't go to fuckhead, everybody wasn't on their back pocket. See, these niggas think that everybody was slaves. They think everybody was poor and destitute. They don't know what they folks was doing. They don't know if they had home up in the mountains of Lake George, New York. You know, all of the little touristy places, Saratoga, New York, where all the elite used to go in the early 1880s up until the 1930s and shit like that. Who's attached to who? They don't know. There's no, these niggas can't find no good ship, lollipop, slave ship, battleship, Galactica. They can't find a motherfucking thing. There's no reason why found their goddamn relative, why they can't say who their relatives are. How are they? It's a losing battle. That's like a dog chasing a goddamn tail. He's never gonna get it. Hot dog a dog on a goddamn treadmill trying to chase a hot dog on a stick. Nigga running faster and faster and faster about some shit that he ain't never gonna get to as long as that treadmill's running. And that's what these niggas are doing. Trying to take your mind off the build. Trying to take your mind off the build. Because if you sitting there responding to these niggas every day, you ain't looking up nothing that's going to make sure you and your folks is good. Because first, it's the oppression. You just basically want to realize, get yourself a little more fortified than you've been, right? And then the next phase is creating your community content that people are in agreement with so that you can build off of that, right? And then you have that unified power that it can only be strengthened by adding more people to it, right? See, it was dangerous for me 5 years ago to be telling everybody everything. This is why there was never any packages come us talking about we'll find your tribe. There was never any of those things because I can't guarantee you a goddamn Indian. I can't see that. People make it very awkward to work with them. You're going to have to make for yourself. What is it that you're going to do to make your situation better? Because waiting on Phoenix to give you the answers like waiting on Jesus, and I on Jesus. Because me, got to be quicker than that. It's not fair. I'm always made it. I did this for them. I do a lot of this for them. They fought me harder than any of these Native Americans and strangers online did. The same way I know some of y'all going through that now. That was me 5 years ago. Now, let me tell you, there is hope. There's hope because they fuck with me now. They fuck with me now. It ain't like they didn't fuck with me before, but niggas wasn't really trying to get into that deep with the Indian shit. They just, hey, look, we black and we got a problem with these. That we agreed on everything else, but now they like, yo, it's too real now. It's too real now. You can see, nigga, I sent them all here. This is fucking your 10th great grandmother all the way down. What could they say? What could they say? They could be black, they could be African American, all they want, but we got the same grandma. And every time the opportunity came up, bow, who? Here it is. Remember her? Grandma. Ain't never heard her call herself black. And I think the only time the word ass kicked, it was your black ass, because it was going to be black after you got beat. Right? At the end of the day, peace and love. Hiya, Harold. How you doing, beloved one? Hope everything is healthy. What's up, Jamie San? Can y'all hear me? Drop a one if you guys can hear me. See, Jamie, Sister Jamie says that there's my sound is cutting out. But I did drop the link in the chat if anybody wanted to jump on and chop it up this morning. Of course, we'll be back a little later. Got to give you guys an update on No Grandma Killers Tour. I hope everybody is ready. We're going to have a good time. It's been plenty of adversity going on. And let me tell you, the haters been busy all over again. But it's only going to make us better the next time, right? Because this shit right here, we'll be back. I'll be back later and I'll drop that spicy meatball. But the hatership, yo, this shit is on a whole nother level. This shit on a whole nother level. I'll tell you about that later on in life. But I don't know. Tired. Even the haters gonna have to get tired. They're gonna have to take a nap. That's a lot of fucking work. That's a lot of goddamn work. That's like a lot of work. Way I'm waking up and going to sleep with no Native American, no Pan-African that trolls me on my mind. No way. There's absolutely no way. All right, Nadi. See you later, beloved. It's time to get political now. We don't gotta just keep saying we Indian, nigga. Let's show these motherfuckers. What's up? Who about that life? Who about that life? Maybe you don't know politics, but I'll tell you what, for the ones that do, we're gonna need somebody, right? So maybe you could cook. Are you gonna lend your services to make sure that we can get some fucking political footing? Motherfuckers got super PACs raising 23. Candace Owens last year, the year before last, $23 million. Last year, 25. Why can't we do that? Why can't we put our $1.50 and nickels together to get? This is the problem. That's the problem. Ain't nobody coming. This a we thing. This ain't no moon thing. And niggas, you ain't gonna make this about me neither. Because if it works, it's great. And if it fails, it's not. Nah, 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 nah. Just you and Mini-Me, y'all gonna have a good time. Oh, you bringing a baby? That's what's up. That's what's up. Peace and power to you too, beloved. Albie, stop it. He's still laughing at that head wop. Oh my goodness. That's okay. If you can't make this, we still gonna be around, man. The one I'm gonna tell you, California is gonna be dope too. We got Virginia going on. There's a lot that we have planned, so it's not over. And you know, again, this is a new thing, so I ain't really tripping off of making no mistakes, because the good thing about mistakes is you don't make them over. Teaches you. And fortunately, you know, it didn't cost an arm and a leg, right? And I mean that in mind, body, always attribute to money, right? Time is of the essence. So a lot of shit, but you know, and that's just pretty much it. And can't nobody tell me anything different, right? Because that's how I will it in my mind. That's how I will it in my mind. So there's like really no defeat when it comes to grandma. And it's beautiful because this is a universal fix for a lot of oppressed people. Grandma and grandpa. Okay, my audio is going out. Is that better? Hold on, let me try and fix this. Is that better? Them skillets probably trying to flag me and shit like that, but whatever. I hope that's better. I did try and tweak it a little bit. Hold on, let me check this mic real quick. My mic sounds nice. Check one. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So, you know, we supposed to have to check where that land is at. They have another parcel of land that would totally be perfect. There's so many different do that is completely practical and obtainable, completely obtainable. And that's the shit. Like, so again, I don't know, and true no way if this is something that you do with your own. That's what it's about. But if y'all want to do something together, it's got to be powerful and it got to make it count. I ain't no half nothing. Ain't no half-ass with nothing. That's like, I ain't going into no cookout with, you know, no fucking small tiny ass pan of macaroni and cheese. You know how fuck all the macaroni and cheese going. Nah, nah, nah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It takes a village, but we might have to create the motherfucking village. Niggas is afraid to create the village, or they gonna wait for somebody to create it for them and then place them in it and, you know, give them nice little patio furniture and the fire pit and all of that. I'm just saying. Just saying. Could talk about all that shit later on in life. But as far as them paying fines, our historic foundation, you're a scrub boss. You're a scrub, homie. You and your friends, your band of the Coeds and shit like that. That shit is real pathetic. You know, it's real pathetic. And I'll be cracking up because they got some people that's actually their favorite. See, I think I'm probably their favorite person they hate to love kind of thing because they be, but then there's other people that they really hate. Motherfucker did a whole write-up. It is so corny. Whole write-up. They got whole pages with the majority of all of us that have channels. They had this whole fucking page full of everybody's pictures and all this other crazy shit. Like, who fucking wastes their time with that? They ain't looking up nothing. As African as they say they are, nothing on their pages is about Africans, and everything on these pages is hate American Indians. Everything. Nigga had 1,059 posts, and 1,050 of them was all about us. All about us. He had one picture of himself. One. Oh, waffle colored ass nigga. Waffle color nigga. Right? Talking the most shit. Talking the most shit. What's up, Genesis? How you doing, beloved? Facts, Netcha. I know that's that New York shit. You know how we... I said this 20 years ago, and if any of my people that knew me 20, 30 years ago, you know that I always say, ain't no telling, never tell nobody they too old to fight. Don't ever say that, because it might be a reason you got to fuck somebody up at 90. Don't you dare pretend that there's an age limit on busting somebody's ass that fucking violates you. That's a lie. Ain't no truth to that. I ain't saying every fight is worth it. But what I am saying is nobody gets to determine how old is too old to whip somebody's motherfucking ass. Always a G-check. Always. Fuck that. It's the whole fact. So, yes, Mad Squabble is the whole Timberland colored nigga talking mad shit. Talking mad shit. And they kill me because I just don't understand it. But at the same time, they're related. So think of it. Think about it. The Asian and frauds are closely related. So don't think that they're ridiculous union. Okay, Kim folks. Don't think that they're ridiculous union or camaraderie against the American Indian is just some newfound shit. It's not. They're close. And so, yes, they're mad. Yes. Even though they don't know what to do, because their only thing to do was to trap us off and have you thinking your grandma crossed the goddamn Atlantic, right? That's all they wanted to do. They here for the distraction. Then there's the display. Then there's the division, and you know the rest. You know the rest. Let me see. I'm going in and out. What's up, Cheeks? Halito. Halito. Y'all beloved ones, man. I'm telling you, we gotta, I ain't telling you to vote for Trump. But I know y'all know better than to fuck with them Biden shit. It's okay if y'all want to sit this shit out. But we can't keep sitting down. Can't keep sitting out. So either we gonna get our own shit. Ain't no either. We have to get our own shit. Have to get our own shit. Not the walkumentary. No, that's right. But I know I got Thompsons too. Klay Thompson, that's who Shaw Davis looked like. See, here now, this is another one. I had some lady arguing with me in Final Battle a couple weeks ago, and she has my post. When I tell you there's things that I didn't use a watermark that I posted back in 2015, back in 2016, that there's a post, and my fingers are the ones that created the red circle. And this was regarding the Dred Scott decision. And then there was one that I did showing about the Indian civil rights. It's, it's something that people been screenshotting and it's been circulating and sharing. That's some shit that I put out there. The timestamps is on my shit. But the funny thing is my fingers created that. When you edit the picture on your phone, you choose your colors and shit. My fingers created those brackets, and I cracked up because I had to go to my G Drive and to an account that I don't even fucking use anymore, and was like, yo, they're using my shit. And this bitch is trying to teach me my shit. Had the Civil Rights Act up there and all this other shit. And I'm like, yo, boo, what you talking about? Like, don't tell me she told me I didn't know what I was talking about. And I'm like, yo, who this lady? Who is this lady? Then she was like, oh, I got this from Shaw Davis. I bust out laughing. Shaw Davis, boom. The nigga that looked like Klay Thompson. Now, as far as people know, that screen name, Shaw Davis, Too Much Candy for $1, and Negroist of Negro men. The Negroist of Negro men. And he a whole white guy. He is part of the Frank Chasers. This is why I started naming these people in groups. If you look at my lives on Facebook, this is why I started naming people different factions, but they're all the same sandwich. You have the Frank Chasers and the Tranny Gate niggas, right? The Dragon Tamers. They will sit there and instead of talking about their grandma and the bill for American Indians, these niggas got the Hebrews and Shebu, and I call these bitches Shebu Israelites, because they will offer up their daughter to these Israelite men for 50 motherfucking shekels. Facts. But anyway, they started taking all of the pictures of our women, right? And saying that they were men. And niggas let them get away with it. Right? And I've been looking, I didn't have to block everybody because everybody didn't say shit to me. But I see them same people latching on to this shit until they talk about somebody that they like. They was going in on Megan Thee Stallion, calling her a man, Pam Grier. But goddamn it, when they talked about Jane Kennedy being a man, that's when niggas got mad. Now hold up now. When I was a young whippersnapper, I used to love me some Jane Kennedy. She ain't no man, right? These niggas was talking Ella Reese, Aretha Franklin, fucking niggas joined in on that shit. And then, let's keep it all the way real. When they started calling me and them same niggas didn't do shit, didn't say nothing. There was no fucking valor. There was no valor. Nobody told none of these niggas, hey, don't say that. And some of these motherfuckers really saw us in person, was around us in person, know damn well we ain't men. Trying to watch us, we walk away, see how much we wiggle and shit. Right. Yes, you was, Kim folks. Niggas joined in on that. And then they started these other campaigns calling motherfuckers witches and shit. And I'm like, y'all niggas is dumb as fuck. Because if y'all think we these big bad witches, why y'all ain't scared? Why y'all ain't scared? Oh, man, I do fucking trifling shit to you. Nigga, you wouldn't have no toenails. Yeah, I'm afraid of what I could do if I was the witch you thought I was. These niggas just say that to say shit, but they don't really believe that, because if they believe that in the way that they was coming, nigga, you gotta know you don't want to fuck with no witch. It's dumb shit. But this is all part of the shit to trip the Indian up. They gotta come with these fucking distractions and shit. Then you got the Hebrews, and they couldn't stop saying Native American, right? You know why? They couldn't stop saying that because was part of their little 12 tribe pie chart as a tribe of Issachar and all of that. And these niggas didn't even realize that they the fucking Lord of Israel of fucking Virginia. You the lost tribe of Tennessee, bitch. You the motherfucking lost tribe of Texas, stupid. Forgot to insert themselves in the narrative again. taking over the oppressor's history as they sit there and talk about how the oppressor be lying. But when the oppressor tell the truth, grab that nugget. How you don't grab that nugget? How you don't grab that nugget? Shit weird, B. Shit real weird, B. They hold crafty counsel against us, the secret hidden ones. They will quote all of these motherfucking verses and everything. And you hear how Jesus was talking to the motherfucking Pharisees. That nigga had a smart ass mouth. He wasn't taking no fucking shorts from them. And he fucking really played them. But the part that the Israelites will never own up to is they the niggas that killed they fucking person. They won't own up to that. And that's what niggas do. They kill the niggas that want to help them and leave a nigga alive that want to hurt them. Facts. Facts. And higher, let me tell you, that is absolutely true. And I'm going to tell you why it's true. Now, I used to understand Spanish very, very well. Very fluent. We are very fluent. I still got sign language. Definitely not as much as I used to, but I still have sign language. But I noticed I could still read Spanish very well. I can speak it very well, but I don't understand it so much because I don't have my uncle's wife to talk to me constantly anymore like she did when we were little. So that shit kind of loses you. But I know for a fact right now, I know some of the root words and shit like that. So I can kind of guess, but really safe. So I know for a fact I can read Spanish and speak it, but I can no longer understand it. Yes, ADOS did. You right, Renzo. Let me tell you, ADOS, it wasn't even like that. I did an interview with the brother Kobe. Very nice gentleman. Very nice gentleman. Very respectful and courteous. And, you know, that was what it was. So, but you see how the trolls and his people and other people that found the video, they were going on there trying to act like this is brand new to them. Oh, you know, they want to be Indian. So now they really made it very clear that ADOS is all over the place, because even though they're saying now that they're American descendants of slaves, they got that from us. They absolutely got that from us. Okay, so they changed it to American descendants of slaves, but these niggas still fail to understand that you got to prove who your slave was and prove that it was unlawful for them to be enslaved in a place where slavery was legal. How the fuck do that sound to them? That's not even a no-brainer. You don't have to be a doctorate to figure out that shit. Where that man's screen name at? Common sense over knowledge. Common sense over knowledge. Where you at, boy? I just want to post what you said just so people can see that screen name. Hold on 1 second. Because it's a profound screen name. It's profound. And that shit says a lot without saying too much. I'm looking for it. Hold on, I'm looking for it. Trying to school up. I can't get back to it, but he's in the chat. Common sense over knowledge, though. That's a fact. And they're not able to articulate the story because they still think that everybody was a goddamn slave. So ADOS has some serious issues going on. Noble feet, and also even their talking points now. Now they were completely democratic, right? They were completely attached to Black Lives Matter. Something happened. There's a shift, and now they're against everybody that the Indians against. But these bitches don't call themselves Indians. I'm having a hard time. So ADOS, the burden of proof is also going to be on them with their slave doctrine, and you know, proving that. You know, and then it's a matter of finding out how did your folks become enslaved. It's a losing battle, and I think it does some damage to people of color, particularly because they're looking for something that ain't never going to happen. Again, trusting a bunch of skin folk to lead them to the promised land. That shit ain't going nowhere. Black Lives Matter ain't going nowhere. And if they saying that Black Lives Matter only when white people kill black people, only when people, so-called people in authority kill black people, but not when black people kill black people, then that shit is all an oxymoron, ain't it? So it's all bunk. They are able to organize and fly their asses to different cities all throughout the goddamn country. When all them babies got gunned down, you didn't see them in New York City. Oh, we don't handle that. And guess who went for that excuse? Black people. They was okay with that. We hate Donald Trump. He signed the police reform, but ain't none of these niggas calling their governors up. None of them. Where's the viral video of them calling the governor of Wisconsin, holding them accountable for that man? Because the governor is the president of that country. Right? And it's an open carry state. Now, there's very sketchy laws regarding Wisconsin in regards to private arrest. Because if I'm going to tell you one thing, if I see, I'm not asking no goddamn questions. I'll be walking down the block, mind my business, and I see the police breaking the motherfucking law, right? Breaking the motherfucking law. I'm not going to ask no goddamn questions. Y'all better remember where you at. Everybody got different laws. So whatever's popping off in Wisconsin, don't take it too personal. You don't know what their laws are in your own state. Don't know what's okay in Wisconsin because you don't. It's a different country. And if that ain't your country, you probably don't know the laws of the land. Probably don't know the laws of the land. That police chief over there in Kenosha needs to be fired based off. He said he disqualified himself for the job. He disqualified himself. I don't know if you guys got a whiff of that, but yeah, that nigga disqualified himself. Let me see if I can pull that up. Hold on. That was some trifling shit. And this is irresponsible. And then, but who takes this shit to heart? So-called black people. Oh, look at what they did. Look at what he said. Yep, you got the power to make that nigga be silenced. But is niggas gonna do it? No. They'll just fuck up our social media experience by talking about how wrong it is. Hold on one second. Let me get this shit. Let me pull this up. So y'all could get a gander this. Oh my goodness, they got some new Facebook interface. And let me tell you, I am not cool with this shit. I want the old one back. I don't know what this beta shit is right here. But it look goofy as hell. Hold on one second. Fucking hard to navigate through this version. This shit corny, y'all. I don't know if, yeah, and then it doesn't even work. Hold on one second. Okay, hold on one second. Oh, man. This shit is harder than crusty feet, yo. I wish I could see this. Back as fuck. And then it doesn't work. Okay, so Facebook has to fix that shit. Hold on, let me go to my browser. Go to a different browser. So I can... What's up, Bones? Oh, let me see something here. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Damn, I went to a new browser and this shit gave me this bum ass interface too. Unbelievable. Let me pull this shit up. Unbelievable. And I can't stand this nigga too that I'm about to pull up. I don't care for his ass. He's corny. He hovers in the middle too much. He more pilgrim than naked, but he sure capitalized off the emotions of black people. Maybe he's more connected. And a lot of them think because they have a cocoa-colored wife that that shit is going to be, you know, some sort of excuse. But I just want y'all to hear this shit, because this shit right here It's out of order. It should make people mad, but not to the point. See the white people, because all it does is build hate, and it doesn't give them any clapback. And niggas gotta get tired of shadow boxing. Like, they do you wrong, but what are you gonna do to stop it? Because I'll tell you what, if I was beating your kid up every other day, taking their lunch money and taking all their shit, figure out a way to disable me, stop me some type of way. You ain't gonna just keep letting me fuck your kid up, right? You ain't gonna do that. You ain't. But yet and still, these motherfuckers will just take this spoonful of oppression and think that that's just how it goes. And that's so you couldn't be farther from the truth. But check. Let's singing his little mayonnaise melody. Hold on. This shit right here. This shit trifling. Trifling ass mayonnaise nigga. Hold on 1 second. All right. Here it is. This pilgrim here, though, this shit crazy. Here it is. Hold on. Check this nigga out.
Society has to come to a threshold where there's some people that aren't worth saving. We need to build warehouses to put these people into it and lock them away for the rest of their lives. Let's put them in jail. Let's stop them from truly, at least some of these males going out and getting 10 other women pregnant and having small children. Let's put them away. At some point, we have to stop being politically correct. And I don't care what race, I don't care how old they are. If there's a threshold that they cross, these people have to be warehoused. No recreational time in the jails. We put them away. We put them away for the rest of their lives so that the rest of us can be better.
Huh? On what? Bring it back, come rewind. Powerful impact, boom from the cannon. Check this nigga out. Listen one more again.
Has to come to a threshold where there's some people that aren't worth saving. We need to build warehouses, put these people into it.
That nigga said that there is some people not worth saving.
Put them away for the rest of their lives. Let's put them in jail. Let's stop them from truly, at least some of these going out and getting 10 other women pregnant and having small children. Let's put them away. At some point, we have to stop being political. If there's a threshold that they cross, these people have to be warehoused. No recreation. We put them away. We put them away for the rest of their lives so that the rest of us can be better.
Listen to that shit. Us. Huh? Who's the rest of us? What is that man talking about? What is employed? I want to know if that nigga's still employed. Fact snatcher. Right? But that man does not reflect all pilgrims. Do not think like that nigga does. He just happens to be a police chief with some pretty fucked up views. And he has no respect of color, age, or persons, he's saying. But we know that that's not true. Because generally, you don't have a lot of white boys. I ain't saying name some, but you don't have a lot of white boys that make 10 kids. So this man has a problem where he's talking about political correctness as he mixes in what he deems as moral correctness as a form of punishment. Like this is the 1600s. A lady walking outside at 9 p.m. at night without her husband would get stoned and flogged and thrown into the gully. Place him in the dungeon or in the squelcher chamber. Right? Very dangerous motherfucker that man is in Wisconsin. But that ain't your country. Thank you, Delisha. That ain't your country. That is not your Wisconsin is not our country. You know what I'm saying? So now, if they want to do something, that man still employed. So what are they doing? Black Lives Matter, and I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna just say this, and I know that ain't gonna stop Moon from saying it, right? Them NBA niggas, that was the dumbest shit in the world for them to take a couple days off for some shit that they ain't doing nothing about. When them niggas could all afford to donate enough money to have a lobbyist, right, to make sure that these things are getting done per state. Trump already put the executive order and smashed. So now it is up to everybody else's president of their country to make sure that that shit happens the way that it's supposed to happen. But the shit that'll happen in Wisconsin, the shit that'll happen in Bangor, Maine, will make niggas mad at Donald Trump. And he's not the head of Maine. He's not the head of Wisconsin. He ain't the head of New York. He is the head of all of the heads of these countries. So yes, they all have to answer to him. Stop saying he don't act presidential because you don't know what a president's supposed to do. Just like a businessman has to make some decisions that he doesn't like, but for the sake of business running smooth, guess what? Guess what? Did niggas forget that the United States of America is a corporation? America is there's nobody running around with Yuga hats on. The make America, make the United States great again. No, America is the land. The United States are in America. America's not in the United States. The United States is in America. A little tiny building, and the address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The United States is a business like Walmart, like McDonald's, like Burger King, like Nike. And you got people that don't know shit about protecting property. They don't know shit about people's rights, right? They don't. Because even when the ones that are oppressed and the things that they cry about, they go against rights. They go against rights. And the sad part is, for all the people that are not the racists, that are prejudiced, now they're just lumped into everybody hates white people, when you know damn well not every nigga would save your life. There's a nigga that would take your life and a white person that'll save it. You can't determine how that would shake out. You'll take the blessing. I know I heard Biggie driving by a car bumping Biggie as fast as them cars go on the highway. When me and my sister got into that car accident where that shit flipped over 5 motherfucking complete revolutions and I was ejected from the goddamn seat. When the car stopped, I was on the roof of the car facing the back of the window, the back seat, facing that, completely ejected, seatbelt still intact. The first was a bunch of pilgrims that pulled over on the side of the road. And as that shit is happening, I see them all pulling over, all the cars and everybody pulling over. It was a team that stopped to help me and my sister, and wasn't none of them my complexion. None of them. One of them was a doctor, and he made them airlift my sister to Westchester Medical. So that shit ain't what it's about. People got the word racism all wrong. Racism is you and your family making it do what it do on a global competition. Facts, competing with other families to be great. That's what racism is. Now you tell me if that's a bad thing. Then you might as well call Venus and Serena Pops a racist, because look at how he raised his daughters. They a whole fucking team, a whole ass-kicking machine of great tennis players that ain't nobody on the fucking planet gonna ever be able to fuck with them. That's racism. He didn't just work with kids in the neighborhood. He raised his daughters up perfect to fucking perfection. And then he started helping other kids, right? First, dad had a fucking idea, and all the things he chose for his daughters to do and be great at was motherfucking tennis. That is a man that was watching his kids' characteristics and saw an opportunity to create and build their talents and make it work. Halito Top Cats, thank you, beloved. And make it work. That man had a vision. These niggas talk because she went got her a white husband, but niggas, you forget. Now they did it to me, and I know I ain't no fucking funny looking woman, and I damn sure wasn't no ugly child, young lady, or no ugly young adult, right? So at the end of the day, niggas call me black, niggas call me ugly. They wanted to talk to my light-skinned friends. I like light-skinned girls, before. I just said, yo, how many albums you sold? And I was interested. I didn't give a fuck. It wasn't no groupie shit, nigga. Oh, chill, ma. I don't like dark-skinned girls. What, nigga? I don't like big lips, soup-colored fucking butt-eating niggas. Wasn't even the place for that. Thank you, Dion. Venus and Serena father had a fucking vision. I bet you his friends ain't see that. Nigga got his daughter playing tennis and shit. Oh, he can't come and go fishing with us because he's going to go play tennis with his daughters. And look now. The laugh now, cry later, right? Wishing that they stuck by that man. Helped them buy some balls and shit for the girls, a couple of new rackets and shit. All that shit is expensive to compete and participate in those types of sports. And these people are from Compton. It don't get no more hood than that. They didn't come from Baldwin or Beverly Hills or none of that shit. So they definitely did that. A white man, but niggas go easy on her because y'all was not digging them. Y'all was not digging them. Been the little ugly ducklings then, but them bitches is beautiful swans now, and they ballin'. They don't need no approval. Look like they got past all the shit. Oh, they hair's nappy. Oh, they this and that. Can you imagine the ridicule that they may have taken just by being two women of color, children of color? They don't got regular lives. They don't get to hang in the street because they dad know they got to get up at 5 in the motherfucking morning to make sure that them girls get in their craft, get in their game so they could be the best at their game, right? So never mind that she chose a white man. She selected a man after her father's standards. He just happened to be white. She got another nigga with money, a nigga that respect her work, ain't trying to take her fucking shine, right? Well, she got a wigger. But anyway, I'm just saying. So I don't know. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And it ain't always going to be what tickles our motherfucking fancy. People do what it is, what's best for them, as they should. As long as that shit don't violate my rights or yours, you got the right to be so judgmental in those instances. But, you know, you got to give a little insight. You do a little background. Candace Owens went through something. Now, I'm not excusing their, you know, the things that they into. I really don't care that much. Hard it is, and what sisters got to deal with our own people. And you continue that cycle from the time of sense to the time of your involvement. By the time you figure it out, the woman already broken. It is really what women has strong men behind them to build them up or keep them fortified. It is very, very, very clear. And they call them women bitches. They call them all this other stuff. But bosses. Now the shit done changed. And the sad shit is that the white in them helped do this. They promoted us, gave us jobs. They still don't pay us the way they pay y'all. If y'all could get y'all foot in the door, they still gonna pay y'all $3, $4, $5 more, and they'll pay you $3, $4, $10 less than they will pay the white. But you still, when you get in, you still got a better head than us. So for the reasons why they calling people bed wenches and all this other shit, the nigga gotta really assess the reason why he's saying so, right? Now, if a bitch come out and be like, because black niggas ain't shit, okay, well then she's a bed wench. Yeah, maybe she is. That would be appropriate. But for a woman fucker that match her goals, match her ambitions, match her money, match her motivation, oh, don't try and single that bitch out. Y'all niggas gonna look stupid. Don't do it. If the nigga could find any woman out here these days with backbone, consistency, solid, oh, you better grab hold of her. Never mind what your preferences are. You like them light, you like them dark. I like big women. I like big breasted women. I like little booty, but whatever it is that you like, you better. Your physical, emotional well-being has to be reciprocated. There's no need for a woman that is on a specific path to go backwards for a motherfucker that's going to drag her off the path. Because if the nigga really love her, he going to keep her on her path, see her to that finish line, and he going to be able to get to one himself. Don't people like to see their work? You like to see your work. Don't you want to see where you work? What you did over the course of your life and shit? You want to see your work. You want to see what you put your hand in. What did you paint on your paint board? What did you put there? So that's what it is, man. Original lone wolf, I know that's right. I know you're not lying. Sisters didn't want a man that didn't have a car. They didn't. And I'm going to tell y'all, tricking came from an ugly nigga that was tired of fucking ugly bitches. And half of them women is superficial. They have never had don't even know what a good nigga look like. They don't. They don't identify that. But then there's also niggas that identify themselves as good niggas and they're not really good for that person. They may be good for you though. So, but I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. Well, I don't know if that's why people date outside their race, but I'll tell you what, that shit is it's affecting our race as American Indians. Anybody that's not promoting family and wellness, they are going to be the next contribution to these 2020, what are they, 2010s? There ain't nothing else. So the 2000s was the Generation Z. So who's after Z? What are they, ZZ? Or do they start with the AA again? Now do they double up the first letters? Does it revert back to AA? Or do they go to numbers? Generation, because we was Generation X. You had the baby boomers, Generation X, and the 90s babies was Generation Next. Right? And now, I don't know what you call these kids here. I don't know what you call these kids here. But I just know that these next batch of kids coming up under, they're not going to know shit about family values. They're not going to know shit about tradition. They're going to be a bunch of pimps and hoes out here talking about WAP. Right? That's what they're going to be worried about. They're not going to be concerned with nothing. They're not interested in learning. They're not interested in a lot of things. And people are losing their interest and losing their trust. Right? Because they start off trusting you. They ain't got no fucking choice. They ain't got no choice. Starting off trusting you. They have no choice. So if they end up with shitty parents, you're going to end up with shitty kids. And when you end up with shitty kids, they're going to hurt the other kids who had decent upbringing. That's not fair. So this is why it's all of our problem. It's all of our problem. Problem that woman's son is now paralyzed and shit. It's a problem for her. Nobody feels compassion for that man's father. Nobody mad at them two bitches that was fighting in that Jacob Blake situation. Anger, you bring that inappropriate blame. There's too much inappropriate shit going on, and this can't be the legacy that we leave in these next ones coming up. It's not fair. Saying totally abandon our culture and shit, but don't pick up that degenerate shit and act like this is all our culture. Yeah, because we the niggas that did this and this and this and that. None of that shit ain't farewell for nobody. Can't be glorifying getting dogging women out. Can't glorify dogging men out. White people on the sidelines don't believe us. The world does not believe shit that we say. They don't have to. There's not enough proof that we really about what we about. Black Lives Matter, except when black on black crime. That's a stipulation. Fucking contingency heroes, get the fuck out of here. We will come to any city to the aid as long as they killing these black men. That is all these dumb women is about. Look at their page. Black Lives Matter, a bunch of women, you think they care about my son? I can't stand them bitches. Not because they gay, because their agenda is against the American Indian. Their agenda is against my son. Their agenda is against my man. As they pretend that they give a fuck about us. No, they just as wrong as any motherfucking white man could ever be. I'm not going to ignore them. An enemy is an enemy, a suspect's a suspect. With no respect to person. And anybody that don't want wealth, prosperity, health, wellness, anybody that doesn't want that for future now and look like the nigga that get the most pussy or the bitch that get the nigga to buy her the most or whatever it is, these superficial things, all that shit gonna come to the surface. For that motherfucking curtain to get pulled back. Ooh, how many niggas is gonna rely on that pimp talk? How many bitches gonna rely on make all this debauchery, this shit like Sodom and Gomorrah going on right now. Everybody in the land bugging. Ain't nobody tending to the fruits and vegetables. Niggas is just pulling all the apples off the tree, but they having such a good time, they forgetting to plant seeds so the fucking apple trees can replenish themselves. Oh, shit. And pretty soon ain't gonna be no motherfucking fruit left on the tree. And what does that leave? What is a starving nigga capable of? All types of murder, all types of debauchery, all types of shit that you don't want no parts of. Niggas letting the media magnify all this shit and letting these other people be in control of our truth. That's too much power. Don't you want to take some of that shit back? How you disable your oppressor is by taking their power. They only get power because we giving it to them. They got to get the power from the crown. The Indian hold the motherfucking crown. Now, I ain't saying they ain't out here trying to fuck us women up, but they particularly want our men. They want our men bad, so bad that they got other niggas that look like our men in. So they can get our men snatched up, killed, all types of shit. I need to stop taking off y'all crown. Stop taking off y'all crown. Stop thinking them motherfuckers are superior to you. None of this shit gonna work until y'all niggas stop feeling like the hunted. Stop being prey. And damn sure don't be no easy prey. The coward sometimes lives to tell how the brave motherfucker got killed. So walking away from those situations, even when the police is dead fucking wrong, if you gotta sit in jail for the night, motherfucker, sit your ass down. Somebody coming to get you. I'm driving without a license shit. Don't get your ass shot and don't make it back to your wife and kids. Don't not make your fucking woman a widow. Don't make your mama cry because the cop was, nigga. Those type of things, nigga, you could get out and make everybody pay how they weigh. Think about it that way. Think about it that way. Listen, man, you can fucking disfigure white people. You can fucking cut them up into tiny pieces. They fuck. You take their money. You take their wealth. They gonna jump off a bridge. How many people killed themselves during the Depression? How many? How many of them? They do it themselves. They got a lot of pride. Like, fuck this. I will not live poor. Me, you, the dog. We're all going, Daisy. They might leave little Abigail alive so she could be like, Daddy shot everybody. But them motherfuckers ain't living poor. They don't want to go back to eating dirt cookies. Oh, yes. They was poor as fuck. Now they got this money, this good old American money. They ain't trying to let that shit go. That's all they care about. You know, what's that shit they say? Money is the root to all evil. No, evil is the route to money. The root to the money is evil. The root to the money is evil. You really get weird. People start to really think you weird when you come out of the boxes that you've been in, right? You come out of your comfort zone to do what's right versus what seems normal or what feels good. We hated working in healthcare. Having a lot of fucking people turn people away for a copay because they ain't got $20, but they need this medicine. That was a disgusting job. Didn't give a fuck how much they paid me. I got to turn 90-year-old women that look like my great-grandmother away because it's procedures and I don't want to lose my job. Fuck this. Ain't no job never worth me snaking no people. Facts of life. Facts of life. And I done hired people from the hood. I hired bitches that we gonna scrap any time of the day. But I knew this girl had kids. I didn't bring that shit in. Didn't bring her into the workplace. Didn't bring that shit into the workplace. I gave that sister that job. Didn't mean she wasn't qualified like the bitch. And I think she trying to give my baby daddy some. Fair and impartial. So even my enemies will give me my enemies and no longer even my enemies anymore. Because they know I even got a righteous knife with me. That's fair. Even in war. Placed her ass in the department so I don't gotta look at the bitch. Cause I don't really like her. And in order for me to maintain my integrity, let me not make it hard for myself. She's going to be on a shift that I will not be in the building. No departments am I responsible for her. I'll never have to chastise her, write her up or nothing. So now, off the clock, when we in the club doing our thing, we ain't rolling our eyes at each other no more. And I'm not giving her the stare down like I got something over her neither. See, it go both ways. Because I could do that shit outside and be like, hi, bitch. I could hold that job against her and dangle that shit in her face just to make her bow down. No, 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 no. Nope, didn't do that either. Didn't do that either. So, when the motherfuckers that claim to hate you so much can say something honest about you, that's real too. That's real too. We need our own everything. You complaining about these doctors? How many of y'all raising y'all kids to be doctors? How many? How many young kids aspire to be firemen and shit? Any of these shorties talking about, I want to be a court clerk when I grow up. I want to be. What you going to tell them? Ain't no black man going to be president. Bet you every motherfucker that thought about that shit prior to Obama crusty. I bet they got told that. Smothering out people fucking dreams and shit. Smoking out motherfuckers' future. because you ain't make it. Like Eddie King ain't shit. Some parents really be like that. Some parents really be like that. And when those kids grow up, they be the same kids we tell our kids don't fucking hang out with them. I don't know, man. I have to do something different. Definitely need the medicine, women and shit. That's an absolute fact. It's an absolute fact. And then still gotta have people in integrity with that. Motherfucker don't know herbs and shit. Fuck around, give you some nightshade or some shit that'll fuck your whole world up. Have you walking around here like the Walking Dead. The Walking Dead. We don't need them. We supposed to have our own shit. We supposed to have our tribal courts. Did y'all read the Civil Rights Act, or did everybody just stop at the part where it say Indian? Because that shit talks about communities, tribes, right? It talks about what a tribe is. It don't matter. None of these plans we got for the future if righteousness ain't included in it. If we don't stop snaking each other. If we don't got to watch our back with each other. Get the fuck out of here. You know damn well you got more of a chance of going in the store and getting robbed by a nigga that look like you rather than getting shot by a nigga that look like Donald Trump with a badge. This shit is well intricate. It's very intricate. But at the end of the day, I tell you what, if we don't start doing something with each other, I don't give a fuck about what is doing. I care about what my fucking skin folk is doing, my kin folk is doing. Gotta watch the skin folk because they the same motherfucking devil and enemy as me. Respect the color of that. But if we don't get back to our self-guidance, we still subject to all the other bullshit. When we can have the best of both worlds. It's all obtainable. We got tools our folks there have. Plus, we way more gangster than they are. Way more combative. One thing we do is question shit. We question shit now. You know, before grandma and grandpa, they just kind of took the lumps. No. We ain't taking no motherfucking lumps. Not only are we not taking any fucking lumps, but if you try to lump us, we gonna lump you. I've been trying to establish that Black Wolf Clan scalper, but you know there's other things that's going on, and you know we need help. I asked people to send some of their strengths and stuff, and thank you to everybody that responded. Sister Danielle had a brilliant idea, and I can't wait to have her talk about it. She has a very brilliant idea, and those are the things that, you know, we should be talking about. These are the discussions that we should have, because first, we can't all just move together, right? Can't all just move together and be one utopia and shit like that. There has to be a gradual process, and it has to be structured. 3 branches of government. We got to have the police to protect us, the fire to put us in. These can be our own fire departments, our own police, our own judge, our own everything. But I don't know how good that shit would work either, because you need people that don't know you, because that's your Aunt Lorraine's friend. You constantly getting out and you done wake 4 people in our village. So, you know, that wouldn't work either. It would always be some sort of bias. This shit is only going to work with people working what their talents are, what their strengths are. So we can squeeze out the weaknesses, because where you're strong at, that's valid. I will support that and make sure that you stay strong in that area. The reciprocity is when there's places where you're weak at, I'm going to fortify that so that you don't look weak. You don't feel weak. Where we at in these different cities, we all living in these different places and shit like that, you got to be safe in your community first. Don't wait till they lock you up to introduce yourself. If you ain't got shit to do on a fucking business day, take your ass on down into the courthouse and just go be nosy. Go see who's going on. See what they got going on. You better know who's who. Need to know who's who. Can't keep using some shit that you could beat as an excuse to be defeated. And the Negro got to some W's, some wins around this bitch. Got to get used to some wins around this bitch. No. So it's so many things that can't even discuss because you got these scammers and all these flapjack niggas running around doing a whole bunch of shit. This is why the Grandma Tour is for us to be able to connect interpersonally without the fucking computer screens and the electronic devices and shit, so we can look each other in the eyes and feel the genuine intent to do what's right for American Indian people. How we gonna be scared to do what we need to do for our people just because we look outnumbered? Nigga, I'd rather have 10 strong motherfucking Indians than 1,001 fucking weak ass pan fries. Thank you, Original Lone Wolf. I'd rather have 10 strong Indians with me than have a motherfucking million nothing muffins around. It's facts. We just don't have to. The good thing about us being Indian is the fact we ain't got to duck and hide and all this other shit. Certainly don't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing, but everything that we doing is already written in law. We just ain't been doing it. So we don't really got to hide shit and all that. What the fuck, you going to tap my phone and hear me quoting their law? What they going to do? What they going to do? There's so much stuff, like, but it's only like a assistant, you know what I'm saying? But everybody adds something real special to the mix. Everybody adds something real special to the mix, man. About it. That's what's so beautiful about it. Different flavors. And damn, we ain't got the seasoning. Oh, we got the motherfucking seasoning. Nothing but land all over the place. Let me show y'all this spot right here. It's fucking $12,000. I do notice a lot of these people ain't fucking really calling back. I don't know if they still scared of Rona. Let me see. Boom. Let me just show y'all this shit right here. Hold on. There's plenty more like it. But I look at the places that have the spiritual connection as well, where I know damn well these places are called other things, but we buy up these places, and I bet you we find the arrowheads, we find the motherfucking things in antiquity that they wish we didn't see. This is why we need the motherfucking land. Look at this shit. $12,000 for 3 motherfucking acres. $12,900, 3 acres with huge vista views on top of the great brushy mountains for only $12,900. This mountain retreat, along with 16 other pieces. So these are be probably adjacent pieces to this. So we got 3 acres now, 20 tomorrow, 30 the next year, and things like that. And we could just keep fucking the Indian and got so much of their land back at that point. That's when we could start fighting for the other shit. Because niggas ain't even healthy enough to fight for their shit that they gotta be enough to stress and shit, the red tape and all of that. Finding a lawyer that's willing to help you sue and get these motherfuckers evicted that been living on your ancestors' land for the last 90 years because they done left and went elsewhere, right? With the Indian removals and shit like that. Come on, you can't blame these pilgrims for everything. We had shit. We had plenty of shit, and shit got neglected and abandoned. Freedmen's Bureau of Abandoned Lands. Abandoned lands is the western part of that Freedmen's Bureau that niggas don't talk about. And that was like a welfare system as well. People had to flee. You got cannonballs and shit flying around while y'all trying to pick cotton on the plantation too, while all these Indian wars are just going on, while everybody else working in the fields, dodging motherfucking cannonballs, trying not to get jigged with a goddamn bayonet, right? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. And this will be liquidated tomorrow. Today's Friday. Tomorrow, this will be liquidated. So hopefully today these bitches will call back. So now you even know something like this right here, what, $30, $40 a month to be financed? Niggas blow that shit in weed before 10 a.m. in the morning. That's less. $12,900 is less of what niggas are spending rent for the year. Shit like that. Privacy. Who coming down that road? Who coming down that road? Gonna leave something for these kids, or we just gonna be, or people gonna be waiting for your Howard Shah to come and take care of their kids and shit? Is that what it is? Oh yeah, some folks definitely gotta get evicted. Definitely gotta get evicted. You ain't lying. It's people here. We supposed to be denying motherfuckers. Niggas ain't even involved in that. We supposed to be like, hey, we'll say, because these people get to come over here from different countries and they change their fucking names so they can fucking blend in. I'm not cool with that. They could have been fucking cannibals, fucking raping gorillas and shit in their country, and then come over here and try and fucking tie on and be our fucking bosses. And then bring their whole fucking family over here and they live the American dream. That belongs to you, belongs to me. Something weird with that shit. What paperwork, baby? What paperwork you talking about, American Indian? Thank you, I'm born here. How you doing, Alicia? Healing up for an accident. Yes, Black Clan scalper. That's a fact. Cooperative economics. Cooperative economics. Everything on the up and up. What the fuck? Hold on, I'm trying to read some of these comments here. Hold on 1 second. Different platforms. I'm also on Twitter right now. Let me see. Let me see something. Hold on. Okay. You in Kansas City? Check that center out first, beloved. To public Indian health, then certainly do it. Some states are really easier than others, but don't just go giving your family's paperwork to anybody. Really, I definitely wouldn't advise that. Hold on to it, but definitely don't walk around with that. You don't have to share that. I love you too, good brother. What's up? I know I ain't even want to bother you. I knew you was studying and all of that and making pancakes and lobster mac for the kids. Good to see you though. We'll catch up soon. So, you know, All of this shit is obtainable. A lot of this shit we can look. That, what is that? Where is that land at? Hold on 1 second. Let me pull that back up. I think it was, what was it, 13,000? That's like $250 a person. 50 niggas right now, we could go buy that land tomorrow. $250, something like that. $300. Yeah. We go get that shit. Go get that shit right now. So important, y'all. And this is what one of the West Florida Choctaw chiefs told me 5 years ago, and it was the truest shit, about maintaining your health throughout this whole process. Being able to you gotta, we got one body, you gotta take care of it, and that means being of sound mental wellness as well. And a lot of this shit fucks with our mind, and it fucks up a lot of shit we got going on. So, you know, kind of got to stay fortified, and you got to get a doctor that you trust, right? To make sure you stay as healthy as possible, because that ain't really their job. Their job is not to make you healthy. They don't have a job if that's the case. However, but maintenance, definitely. Your blood pressure, those things that you can help, your sugar, those things you can help, try and keep that together, because those are the things that fuck with us. Now, the biggest thing that they're doing, and I've seen this with our elders, is Alzheimer's. Right? Alzheimer's. I wouldn't even say witch doctors. You got to be careful, because you got a lot of people that got these Orishas and all of these African deities, and that's not our magic. That's just what has been shown as a different thing, right? But that doesn't mean that it's ours. You see how Africans try to keep voodoo? That's not they shit. It has become shit that they, and we don't have the same damn deities that they have. Sheba B, yes we can, beloved sister. Hold on, I'm gonna drop this link in there. Yes we can. And don't forget, we got a whole bunch of Indians now that own their own businesses and stuff. They got concrete businesses. Our people is foremen, journeymen. They can, like, man, we got surveyors. We don't have to work for everybody else. We can create jobs for ourselves and for our children and all of that. Facts, D. You right about that, sister. Good morning, baby. How are you? But there's a lot of things that we should have. We know people that have crystals and different things, and they offer us herbal remedies and stuff, and we don't support them. We don't buy they fucking they fucking hepatite necklaces and shit. We don't rely on our own people. We don't rely on our own people. And I'm gonna tell you, they'll say that that's an African herb. I don't give a fuck. Moringa is one thing that I can absolutely tell you restores you. I can absolutely tell you, when I detoxed, I moved to California. I haven't had separate soda. I didn't drink soda probably for about 12 years, and certain things that I stopped eating when and I'm gonna tell you the truth, that shit will have you fucking ready to bench press school buses at 6 in the morning. Moringa is an amazing herb. You feel good, and I know for a fact that moringa works with mental health. It helps you stay level. You always feel energetic. You don't experience a lot of pain. So people could say what they want, and I haven't tried everything, but moringa is something. And even after I ran out and stopped doing the regimen with the moringa, even after I ran out, it was 3 to 5 weeks before my body realized, oh shit, you ain't been taking your moringa. Let me tell you, that shit is the truth. And you can get the powder form and make your own capsules. I don't eat pork, so I will get the vegetable-based capsules and make my own vitamins. Show you what this is. Hold on 1 second. What a dropper. This is just so you know what moringa is. Picture is Drop that in. But I promise you, women, especially during the time of your menses and stuff, it does cramps. You don't have the grieving period. See, we get crazy right around our periods because our bodies are meant to produce babies, right? So every time our bodies trick ourselves into thinking that we're pregnant, right? This is why you go the 28 days outside of your cycle. So we have these things that happen to us, these chemical imbalances, and I'm sure it's probably a lot is now attributed to environmental factors and other different stimuli, but that replaces copper. And when we replace and keep our bodies filled with copper and stuff like that, there's a lot of things that we can endure. Our sensitivity to pain, just overall health and well-being. But I'll tell you what, that moringa shit gonna change your life. So if you somebody like I've been in a car accident and suffered a lot, my back has hurt for 15 years, so much that like every day was like a 4 for me. And that might be somebody else's 10. So I will tell you that to not have that after having a serious car injury and certain injuries to my body, knowing that I can, that shit, I'm telling you, moringa is the trill deal. It's the trill deal. They recommended probably, I think 250. I'm pretty sure I took 500. I did, because I had the actual herb. Sister in Florida that actually grows moringa. She did have a bad crop, so I wasn't able, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really even focus on getting back. I'm glad that you brought it up today, because that shit is really trill, and that can probably help me out now. I have been experiencing some lows. There's a lot of things happening around, you know, everybody ain't privy to, but in order to stay balanced and keep myself well, that is definitely part of it. That's definitely part of it. Definitely a part of it. What's up, Karen Mayo? You in the chat? How you doing? Halito, what's happening with you? So definitely we can look into that. I definitely want to make sure that people are aware. There's stuff like this all over. I'm telling you, and that's everywhere. You've seen from Arizona, Arkansas, all of these places, even in Indian territory, there was like 41,000 acres for less than $1 million. 41,000 acres. It's an astronomical amount of space. That's enough for a state. Fuck a town, a village, a city. That's enough for a state. And, you know, with the right Indians and the right way of doing things, we can very well become a state. That's a fact. That's a fact. We know what the guidelines are. The thing is, got to stop thinking small. Ohio player, what's up, baby? How are you? We got to stop thinking small. You got to stop thinking about getting a good job, and you got to start thinking about creating a good work atmosphere for your employers, right? Being an entrepreneur, got to stop snuffing each other's dreams out. A lot of that shit get taken from us as children, and we don't even realize it until much later, and then you find yourself in a place where you wish you was somewhere else. So when I speak to a lot of elders and they talk about us living our dreams and thinking outside, some people that snuffed them out were probably a little bitter because they didn't do that. But for those that live out loud, there are a lot of elders that notice that, and they fucking for not being defined by what they think is the right way of doing things or the proper way. So nobody wants to be living with no goddamn regrets. It's never too late to do whatever it is that you. You're a basket weaver, but you had to go to engineering school. You always wanted to weave baskets. You didn't want to work for GE. Well, you still can weave baskets if that's what you so desire. You know? So hold on one second. Next to you. All right, so you know, I'm excited about a lot of things to come. I'm gonna tell y'all, this shit with Texas was very hard. There was a lot of things going on in the background. A lot of things going on. But we, you know, making it do what it do, man. Gonna keep our promises and obligations as best we can. And I can't wait to see some of you guys there. It's gonna be really nice. Just cause, and come with love. If you in a bad mood, like, man, we'll postpone it. Call me up and let me know you ain't in the right spirit. Cause don't come around with them fucked up frequencies and shit. We don't need that. We don't need that. What we're gonna do is sit down. I want to be able to talk to people that don't get a chance to reach me. Past emails, I don't know what it is, but this is the opportunity for you to sit down and talk to us and chop it up with us, you know, and we, you know, consult with each other and stuff. They have everything that it is that adds to what it is that we're doing, and I may have something that could be of greater use to you. I'm willing to offer it up. You know what I'm saying? That's not the issue. The issue is what you gonna do with it. What you gonna do with it? You know, shout out to Assembly. You know, so many people opened up their businesses and stuff, and that was so, to me, that was very, very powerful. That was very, very powerful. That didn't think that they can do this, and then here it is that you have these wonderful people that have ideas and nobody to help them sort the ideas out or even put it into action. And Autochthonous Assembly has been having consultations, inviting people down to their home. Shout out to them for their great contribution. And if you have any entrepreneurial ideas or philanthropic ideas where you want to do any type of social or civic assistance, definitely hit up Autochthonous Assembly. And I'm gonna just say, you know, you gotta respect their time. You gotta respect their time too, because they have families and they have a whole community and stuff like that. What's up, no sellout? Have a whole community and stuff that they tend to on a regular basis outside of the internet. And those are the people that you want to work with, the people that have things established outside of the internet, niggas that's Indian in real life, right? So I'm totally excited about that. I'm glad that they are around. I'm glad that we were able to connect, and I'm looking forward to other relationships with righteous people too. You know what I'm saying? Carameo, it's good to see you in the chat. I can't wait till we link up. Maybe if I get a chance, I'll try and email you today so we could talk. Other than that, shout out to Doodoo Vision. I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody that's trying to help us do this thing, man. My beloved cousin Davita, all of you beautiful people, cousin Liz and Nadi and James, always watching our back and stuff like that. I mean, I appreciate you guys, and I'll tell you guys I love you when I get off the phone with y'all. I really mean that, and I really feel like you guys care about me too, and that shit, it means a lot. It's this area, it really means a lot to me. Renzo, my cousin Donnie, absolutely love y'all to pieces. I totally appreciate y'all. You got beloved L. Austin. She sounds so sweet, y'all. Y'all gotta hear her voice. I would hate to see her mad. She's got like the sweetest, softest voice, and she's just so adorable. She's just like, you know, somebody that's sweet like that, you don't ever want to see them mad. Y'all don't ever want to hear Tasha raise her voice, right? You're used to that beautiful monotone voice. You don't ever want to hear them upset at all, at all. So, but you know, there's things we got to get this money together so we could be in these places so we can help fight. I got a couple of people that have some legal troubles going on. And I want to help, but it's not even so much that I don't have the time, but I don't got the money to fly out to you. I have to be hands-on. If you're conveying things to me, and especially if you're not, you know, if it's not totally honest, I really can't help you. You know what I'm saying? But I want to be able to be available, but there has to be a team. I'm only one person, and I'm not the only nigga that knows the law. But if we can set something up to where we can have these businesses, and that's all that a nigga got to do, that'd be fine. We can do that shit all day. You know what I'm saying? I love oppressors. I love bullying the bullies. I really do. I wish I could say I didn't, but this is something that's happened since I was young as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm telling y'all, y'all don't ever want to hear Tasha raise her voice. Be very, very weary. I love cousin Tasha so much. Oh man. But you know, there's a lot of things that we're doing for each other. You know what I'm saying? And keep in mind, everybody got their own families that they have to work with. Like you cannot exclude them just because they acting shitty and not respecting your Indian shit right now. There's still obligations of you being relative to those people that you still gotta apply. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of whatever, your auntie talk about, I'm black and I'm gonna be black till the day I die, do not mean that you get to leave her in a shitty diaper for 3 hours because she's not on your Indian wave, right? But she's related to the same Indian grandma you got, so she Indian anyway, whether she say it or not. So let's talk about that. But facts, you know, we could work something out. Definitely. I can't wait to see y'all in Texas. That's probably going to be the highlight of my month. This has been very, very hard for a number of reasons. I just don't, I don't give up easy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to throw the towel in. And there's days where I want to be like, fuck this shit, fuck that whole community, fuck this and fuck that and fuck this. And I'm entitled to feel like that sometimes. I don't feel like it often, but please stop acting like I ain't entitled just the same as every goddamn body else. It's not fair. And I refuse to be held to Jesus' standards. I am not. I am not. And I'm not going to pretend that I'm everybody's motherfucking leader. I'm not going to do that. And I need other people to either. Be your own leader. You lead yourself. All I got is information. And half this shit don't come from me. It really comes from the ancestors. Shout and Sanctified. I had a conversation with him probably about 3 weeks ago. And he figured out something about me that kind of it kind of tickled me to know that somebody is watching in that regard. And what he said to me, he said, I know a lot of stuff. It's not, even though I show sources, I always give primary sources as to where the information is available, where you can find it, how to translate it, and what it means, right? But he also realized that a lot of this stuff comes from a spiritual connection. And sometimes it just seems like I'm sitting here rambling. I might go off through 50 topics, but it don't really be me. It don't always be me. And I know I'm speaking for a lot of the angry ancestors and shit like that. But for him to be able to diagnose that and be totally accurate, I had to admit that he's absolutely correct. So sometimes I'm just sitting there prophesying. This is also a reason why a lot of these motherfucking snake niggas got mad and shit. Because before I could place a name to some of the situations that I was talking about, they were already feeling the resentment towards me. Hit dogs holler. For instance, when Little Wig, what's her name? Shrek, Fiona, when she came at me, she tried to say that I called her a bitch, and that never fucking happened, right? But I was talking about certain types of bitches and do that, and they included themselves in that. When I was talking about the people meeting the women, meeting the niggas off the internet, and these niggas going fucking them up and beating up on shit, Hit Dogs was hollering. Wasn't speaking to anybody specific. Anybody that know me know when I got beef, nigga, I will at you, tag you, and give you an opportunity you can fucking duke it out. I ain't running from no fucking body. I ain't running from nobody. I ain't hiding. I do know that people were feeling some type of way way before I realized that they was feeling some type of way. My thing is, why would you act like you cool when you know you really secretly can't wait to put a knife in my back? And I also don't appreciate the fact that none of them had no beef with my cousin Tasha, and they really thought just because she quiet that something was fucking sweet. And they kind of dragged her in it. And I always will feel some type of way for that more than how they really tried to drag me. Don't fuck with my peoples. Don't fuck with them. Don't fuck with them. So, you know, that's pretty much it. I ain't going to do too much. I will be back a little later. I'm going to get my mind right. Hopefully I'll get in touch with this bud, man. The situation out here getting crazy. Shit getting crazy out this motherfucker. I ain't got no time to be playing around with these short ass apes and fucking 26 gram ounces and shit. They better stop playing around out this and get their fucking life together. Facts. That's a business and they need to run it effectively and efficiently. I don't like calling the weed man and that nigga talk about, well, I'm out with mine. We all sitting here waiting on you, bitch. How long y'all gonna be done? How long? CVS not having grandma prescription because they out eating with their family. What the fuck is going on? This shit is wrong. And that's cooperative economics when we fucking doing dirt with each other. I'm buying your weed, nigga. I'm keeping your motherfucking bins well oiled, right? With my motherfucking medicinal needs. Fuck that. That's that though. That's that. I ain't gonna fuck with the weed man too much longer. I'm gonna go back to my own fucking jungle. I had a whole goddamn jungle in California. That might give me a reason to go back. You fuck around and take my goddamn medicine. I don't smoke weed for me. I smoke it for everybody else because I'm a hands-on type of motherfucking Indian. Facts. Cross that gun line and, you know, try to give me some space. Give me some space. I smoke weed for the better good of humankind. It's not me. It's not for me. It's not for me. It's for other people. So I can fucking know how to not be so reactive and crazy in a crazy motherfucking world. Call it what you want. Weed is a herb, not a motherfucking drug. Period. And in California, you learn how to smoke responsibly. I don't like being subject to just smoking whatever these niggas got, right? I don't know what they got. When your back hurt, you smoke this. When you got a headache, you smoke this. A lot of this, the weed and stuff, niggas is burning sage. That's also a herb. People was chasing different things, even trying to be natural, and they fucking can fuck themselves up with that too. So if you burning sage and you're ingesting that smoke and you got incense burning over smoking weed, you're burning, you're consuming fire, right? So you got to know if that shit is really working for you or not. If you smoke all the time and nigga you can't get off the fucking couch, that's not the fucking strain of weed for you. I'm not gonna tell you to quit. I'm telling you find what hits. Don't find what the don't make you poop out and be a nothing muffin. Get the shit that works for whatever your ailments are. I don't know how to. If your back hurt, this is what you smoke when your back hurt. If you can't afford to go to sleep, then don't smoke no goddamn indica. It's gonna knock you out. You're gonna be looking high and goofy in the face at work, and you ain't gonna look right. Everybody gonna know you high. You gonna have that dumb look like, do I look high? You don't even want that. Even after you put the Visine in your eyes, you still got that hungry look, like, yeah, looking at niggas snacks and shit. Like, come on, tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. But there's different things that work for different reasons, and it'd be wise for people to see what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'd assume it'd be that way with other street drugs and shit. You don't want to just go grab no fucking cocaine from a nigga at the gas station at 4 a.m, do you? I don't know. That shit might not be right. Nigga might be giving you Ajax or some crazy shit. You know, I just don't know. You got to trust your fucking drug dealer too. Got to trust the drug dealer. That's some crazy shit. Motherfuckers talk to their weed man like they barber. That nigga pull up for 5 minutes out of your life during a week or a day or whatever, and you sit there like, yeah, I'm glad you came, nigga. This motherfucker getting on my nerves and shit. Nigga, the weed man know everybody business. Same as a barber. Same as your hairdresser. Know everybody goddamn business. Right? Funny. But yeah, health is wealth, man. We got one fucking tent, and you got to preserve that bitch. And we need this shit to fight, so we got to stay strong. These motherfuckers trying to get slick as a can of oil and shit like that. And we fighting for some big-ass stakes. Big-ass stake. And now they mad because we realize what our stake is in America. That shit's pissing some motherfuckers that been freeloading and being gifted all types of shit for the last fucking couple of 100 years, man. This shit is shaking them up. But then there's a whole portion, a whole 90% of the fucking world that can't wait for us together, because that is going to mean that their time's coming up next. Facts. Their time is coming up next. That their time is obtainable. Everybody got a turn, man, and nobody in the world should be oppressed. I don't care who they are. They should not be starving while there's a whole league of rich people not making sure they're not hungry. For fixing our immediate area, our home, which is America, but that also will extend to other portions of America, specifically because of genealogy, right? So let's talk about that too. We come back and have a conversation about that because it's all about kinship. So when motherfuckers is sitting there calling all these people white devils, white this and white that, nigga, you don't know if them motherfuckers is your kinfolk. Some of these niggas is Indians. Them pilgrims is Indians too. How niggas gonna feel about that? How niggas gonna feel about that? They family too. And family supposed to be the friends that you don't get you don't get to pick your family. So before you go on talking about kill the white people, don't kill the Indian. Some of these people do they genealogy too. They got to do their genealogy too. So that's the end of that. Everybody in Mississippi, Louisiana, all the beautiful listeners out there, please stay safe. Be careful. I know this hurricane season. I know y'all used to that, but they always terrify the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to y'all. I'm glad that we actually have people down there that can tell us how they doing and let us know that they're okay, because the way they blew that shit up, you know, it is enough to frighten people, you know, and to worry, because as it stands, to me, the hurricane in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Texas, to me, was a little bit more important than what we already used to, right? Even though that's something, hurricanes have been happening forever, right? As long as this land's been here, we know that for a fact. There's we just came across these other lists of hurricane relief for free people of color in the 1770s. So there's always, hurricanes ain't nothing new here in America or the United States. But I know that they blew Laura out of control, which did what? Made be consumers and buy up water and batteries and all this stuff in preparation. Even though people that live in those areas, they should probably start preparing way ahead of her, which I'm sure most people do. But you know, there's some last minute niggas that don't believe shit stinks until they step in the motherfucker. But they kind of blew that up. People ran out, bought generators, and did things that, you know, they probably didn't. Could have waited another week or another 2 weeks or something like that. Whatever. But definitely want y'all. But they tried to scare the shit out of us with that hurricane. And the first thing I did was call the beloved chief and check on her. So at the end of the day, again, I'm about to take off. You beloved ones, y'all be good. Y'all keep well. More details and spicy meatballs. But yeah, what's up, Jamel? I'm sorry, I'm not seeing y'all. I'm on 3 different platforms. Hi, Renee. Hi, Bilal. Got Pat Gabriel. Etta, I can't wait to meet her. I love that sister. Let me tell y'all how I met her, right? Me and her husband, he was a good dude too. And them damn Panfides and them natives was on us. And I think they posted a picture of me and a picture of him. And she came in there fucking him up over her husband and then took her last swing of the pocketbook and said, y'all better leave Phoenix alone too. I love this. She came in and kicked ass for that, her husband. I love that shit. That's how we met. That shit is so funny. I'll never forget that. Yeah, but I see y'all. I just opened up the other app so that I can see you guys on Facebook. I'm praying for y'all all the time, man. I just wish y'all all the best of everything, man. We deserve it. I want you to know you deserve it. I hope you believe you deserve it. Definitely, man. Take care of yourself and take care of the other Indians, man. And that's that. Y'all be good. Peace.